What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Robert Helenius. Robert Helenius has his say on the Wilder-Joshua fight after being knocked out by both. And this is what he had to say. He said, well, it's hard to say, and it's a little bit too early. I haven't even thought about that yet, but I think it would be an interesting fight. Of course, against Wilder, the one round that it took, it was also like an accident from me. I didn't think he could fight on his back foot, and he trained that. So he's also adapting as a boxer. It's an interesting question. It would be a very successful fight for both, I think. Those are the words of Robert Helenius, and let me counterpunch. Well, first of all, before we get into the Joshua Wilder prediction, or comment rather, I don't think it's really a prediction. He mentioned that, he underestimated Wilder. That's why he got clocked. And see, and it also just shows you what Malik Scott's doing with Wilder. See, Malik Scott is actually training Wilder because Malik Scott is actually able and allowed to train Wilder. Okay, that's what's happening. And it's a very good thing, and see, I think Robert Helenius was a guy that thought he knew everything he needed to know about Deontay Wilder. Because remember, Helenius was there when sparring for Wilder to prepare him for Fury on the trilogy fight. So he thought and figured, man, I know everything about this dude. I'm going to go in and rush him. He, back him up. And if he's already backing up, he can't punch going backwards. And he proved everybody wrong, didn't he? Okay. So let's just get that out of the way. Okay. Now, as far as Joshua and Wilder, he said, well, I don't know. It's a very tricky fight. I think it's very important for both. Well, I don't think, and for me, I agree with Robert Helenius simply because it is too early. Why? Because I haven't seen Wilder since then. We know he can punch going backwards. He hit Luis Ortiz coming off the ropes and caught him in the first fight. In the second fight, he just caught him. You know what I mean? He was leaning in and, threw that right because that right was there. Luis Ortiz didn't think that he was going to throw that right at that time and got caught. Hard punches, man, hard punches. That's what makes him so dangerous, because each punch, eighth of a second it could take. You know what I mean? And I think based on what we saw, it's people will be so quick to jump in for Wilder. Like, man, Wilder did it in one round, but we didn't see what Wilder could do. We didn't see Wilder get hit. We didn't see Wilder go through anything. We just seen him land his punch early and got him out of there. You know what I mean? I don't think that's enough. In fact, I think that actually hurt Wilder. Why? Because he didn't get any rounds in. He didn't get any experience in the ring to knock out the cobwebs or some of that possible mental stuff that he went through when getting dropped or getting bombarded with sharp, quick punches like Tyson Fury hit him with and took him down in the third round. Okay? You know what I mean? So, there's a lot of things that are kind of uncharted with Wilder. So, it is kind of too early. For Joshua, he showed some defense of that. He took a lot of punches as well. He's timid. He's apprehensive. Yeah, I get it. But guess what? He's been through it. He's done a lot of things and a lot more. And we've seen a lot more from Joshua. Okay, so one's like a C-, and the other one's like damn near like an incomplete because Wilder hasn't fought this year. So to bring him back in the ring and thinking, oh, that inactivity, like the first cousin of father time comes in and it creeps and knocks on your front door. What really will happen? We don't know. So I like how Robert Helenius answered that, and it's good to know that he didn't come about with already preconceived notion. He didn't pick a side. He didn't, do what normal fighters do that got beat. Like, okay, well, let me pick one or the other. Okay, I'll pick this guy. He didn't do that. He's like, well, hell, I don't know. You know what I mean? I got knocked out by both of these guys. They both are very good fighters. You know what I mean? So it's good to hear that, but we have to base everything on factual evidence. Deontay Wilder needs to fight somebody this year, maybe next month or sometime, to convince me that he's ready. And not one of those first, second round bullshit knockouts that you catch. And not saying we don't want to see it. It's I want to see Wilder do a lot more, like I've always wanted to see Wilder do a lot more than just knock somebody out. Because if that's your go-to, what happens when you don't have your go-to? Well, we've seen it. He gets his ass beat. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Robert Helenius and his take and his comments on Joshua Wilder, who wins, what happens. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!